How's everybody's day going so far? Good? Busy, that's good.
Yes, multitasking.
Oh, there you go.
Are you social media guru too?
Maybe not so much guru. I know enough to get me into trouble. I know what you all are supposed to do.
Oh, that's good.
Do I do it personally? Periodically. I am not somebody that I'm still a type of person that's super quiet and super private.
And
So,
see, that's kind of like, it's weird to put yourself out there,
mhm.
so that's where I'm a little like.
I love doing video. I love doing videos on certain things. Do I?
You're all over YouTube. You must have like a comfort of, being out there.
I have a comfort, but I'm not like some people that I know that are on it like 8 times a day, all day long. Some people have that dialed in, and I see the benefits of it. Am I like that personally? Now, if I was doing it for my business, then sure, I would do it. I would do what would be necessary for that type of marketing, and there are benefits to it, obviously. Um, as for personally, I like to keep things. I don't have to tell everybody everything. Like, I am a firm believer, anybody under the age of 18 should not be on social media. There are too many pedophiles and online creepers out there that my child or anyone's child or even grandchildren should never be exposed to.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we forget that, especially when you're so happy about
Sharing.
sharing. But if you're going to do that, be selective, right? You're going to put it on Instagram, select it to, post that post to only those people that you know, right? Just like with Facebook. If you're going to put up something that's going to be super private that anyone can, do I put it out there for the public to see? No. There are some people that just don't care. I want them to know every time I blow my nose. There is a degree, right? So, but my job today is to show you how to properly set up your YouTube channel as well as your Facebook business page to meet California DRE requirements. So, and that's what I'm getting to here is the website area for that, dre.ca.gov, and then advertising. Let's see, what's the most updated advertising rule? 2020. All right, so I'll just put that up there for right now. Now, if you're here for our next class after this, I go over like the game plan content. So to give you ideas of what things to come about and maybe given some time, like how do I develop some of that? This is where we can have fun with AI. So have you all played with AI like ChatGPT or Bard or any of that? Okay, good. So we can talk about getting some ideas on how to put together some of your social media campaign because everybody here is going to operate a little bit different, but at least you've got some sort of game plan tied to that. So let's see, hide floating, control. Am I still streaming? Yes, I am. Let's minimize that. Perfect.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll last up. Thank you.
That's never a good sign. What's going on? Reading my laptop. Oh. Okay. Well, let's go with the source. Your email just wants to randomly do stuff. All right. Okay. Let's just go back to the old school. Yeah. Miss Elsie, how many people do we have?
There's 8.
Eight.
Oh,
1, 2,
registered?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
18 registered.
18. So we're going to hold out for another minute.
It's up to you. Let me go peek down.
Okay. Because I want to respect everybody's time, and we got a lot of fun stuff to deal with today. Morning. Or I should say afternoon. See you later. Bring all up. Morning. All right. Make sure this is going. I'm just gonna hit record.
I don't see any more.
You don't see any more.
Might get a couple.
Excellent. All right. Well, sure my speaker. Just making sure that got going on there. All right. Add captions. Well, good afternoon, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Anthony. I work here at Orange County Realtors. Been here now a little over 21 years, started off in the MLS department. Guaranteed I will have spoken to everybody regarding rules, regulations, violations, all that other fun stuff. What I'm also involved with is our outreach program. Our outreach program is designed to give you training on all your tools and products. So I go out to the offices, I give training. I train on MLS, how to run searches, how to modify listings, create CMAs, all that fun stuff. I also train on zip forms. So if you were here in my first class, we went over zip forms basics, how to use the new platform, digitally sign, all the advanced tools that zip forms has to offer to make your transactional lives a lot easier. And of course, I love training on tech. I love showing real estate agents how they can utilize their technology tools to better your real estate lives. Okay. And my job is to help you go what I like to call paperless. And what I usually mean by that is to help you get rid of, maybe not get rid of paper fully, but maybe get rid of enough of it to make your lives a lot easier. I love showing real estate agents how they can utilize their technology tools, like their tablets, their phone devices, their third-party member benefits to make you a lot more efficient in your real estate lives. So what are we doing today? Social media marketing basics, basically the setup for beginners for your Facebook business page and your YouTube channel for video marketing. Now, really, honestly, gotta love that. Why Facebook? Number one, well, back as of last year, Facebook had, it's the largest social media network. As a matter of fact, it still is. More than 2.9 billion people worldwide belong to Facebook. Now, if we think about that in terms of a country, the largest country that we all probably have known, that we know of or have heard of as of 2023 is who? Anybody? India. Over 1.45 billion. They actually surpassed China. China for the longest time was hovering at 1.3, 1.4 billion people worldwide. Right? Or in that country. Now it's India with more than that. But wait, if Facebook was a country today, that would be a larger country than India. This is why we want to have a social media presence, at least on Facebook. Number 3 is Instagram. Number 4 is, I think number 6 is TikTok. Even though I know it's super popular with the kids, the younger generation, really honestly, as a dedicated social media platform, Facebook is pretty much it. Okay. 63%, and I want to say this has actually grown in 2 years, 65%, I want to say, of Americans log in daily onto Facebook. 93% of consumers actually go online before they list or buy a home. Right? 62% of millennials, today's clients, found a real estate agent on social media and actually went with that agent. I asked why. The number one reason was that they felt they actually got to know that person personally. We were just talking about it, about personal connection. That's what the whole point of social media is all about. Getting to know people personally. How many of you have connected on social media with kids or with people that you went to school with, but you haven't seen them since you were knee-high to a grasshopper? Oh, I remember you. I remember when you were 5 years old. You know, anybody here have a friend like that? And yet you still haven't seen them to this day. They still want to be connected. People want to still have a connection. Well, guess what? When it comes to business, your clients want to have a connection. Okay. By the way, this is why you need to have a social media presence. I mentioned it earlier. I'm not a big social media person myself. Personally, I do some, but I'm not like other people who live and die by it. Do I say that you all have to live and die by it? No, but maybe we can add a little bit of it to your lives to hopefully maybe open yourselves up to a little bit more of a community to access that 2.9 billion people to get business. I want to say about 10 years ago, when Facebook was up and coming as a social media giant for businesses, there was a real estate agent I watched on stage. It was at Inman when it was hosted here in Anaheim years and years and years and years ago. And he said, I got here in the first quarter of that year, I want to say it was in 2013, His first quarter, he had done 43 deals from Facebook because he got to connect with people because of his cancer. And what I mean by that was he was talking about the cancer, what he was dealing with, and there were people that said, hey, I've got that exact same cancer, or I'm going through the same thing. And funny enough, some of those deals were, hey, I've got to sell my home, I got to be able to pay the bills, I need to talk with somebody about what my options are. And that's how he was able to do 34 deals. Because not only did he deal with those people, but he also got referrals. So, can we have that type of business? Absolutely. Okay. Now, some other facts about Facebook. 91% of realtors actually use social media, but not all of them use it for their business. As a matter of fact, at the time, 3 or 4 years ago, or actually 2 years ago, Facebook ads regarding real estate ranked number 7 with the average click-through rate of 0.99%. If you think about that, if you out of 100 people that could possibly click, less than one person actually clicked on your ad, and yet it ranks number 7. Number 1, automobile ads at 1.06%. Doesn't take a lot, but here's the big kicker. Costs. 2 years ago, it cost you $1.81 per click for an ad. So if you advertise to 1,000 people, it was costing you roughly about $1.81 to talk to those 1,000 people. Not too bad. It's actually way more efficient in its marketing. By the way, 62% of marketers say that Facebook was the most important of all social media, which is probably why you've got almost 3 billion people on social media, on Facebook. 57% of Facebook consumers say that social media actually influences their shopping. How many of you have actually seen in Facebook a targeted ad directly at you? Yeah, right? I'll give you a perfect example. 2 days ago, my wife bought a purse. Her and I talked about it. Tells you how scary your phones are nowadays. We talked about it. I went onto Facebook later that day just to see what people were saying. Every third post was a purse that my wife just bought. Just because we talked about it. Can't tell you how crazy that is. 3 years ago, I was with my wife. She was dropping off disclosure documents at an agent's open house. I went in with her. We walked out. I was in the house less than a minute. My phone blew up with all of his Facebook targeted marketing. These things know what you're doing. And anybody here actually buy something from Facebook because you kept seeing the ad? Right? The old school. Anybody here watch cartoons when you were a kid? The cartoon is a 30-minute cartoon, but 15 minutes of it was the actual cartoon. The other 15 minutes was all the advertising. McDonald's, Chex, Cheerios, toys. And how many of us said, Mom, can you buy this? I'd love to go to McDonald's and have a Happy Meal because they got a free toy. Right? This is no different. You're just changing your media. Now, some mind-blowing facts about YouTube. As of this year, 2.6 billion unique visitors go to YouTube or belong to YouTube. So we got Facebook at 2.9 and YouTube at 2.6 billion people. The first and second largest countries in the world. 30 million visitors go to Facebook or YouTube each and every day. It's actually the second largest search engine in the entire world. Number 1 search engine, Google. Now, guess what? Google happens to own YouTube. So they own number 1 and number 2 search engines in the entire world. By the way, YouTube, even though people go, TikTok's the place to be, YouTube is the actual second largest social media platform. With everything it can do. As a matter of fact, funny enough, YouTube came out with YouTube Live before there was a Facebook Live. A whole year before. Unfortunately, Google has done the worst advertising for its free tools and products. But it's kind of crazy. By the way, More than 5 billion videos are watched every single day. More than 500 hours of video are uploaded every minute to every day on YouTube. 1 billion hours of video are watched on YouTube. That's a lot of TV. As a matter of fact, YouTube is now what I like to call the new boob tube. Anybody here remember the term boob tube? What's boob tube for? TV. Why? Why do they call it boob tube, Tony? That's because when mom and dad sat us down in front of the TV, we all became boobs. Boom. They could leave for 5 or 6 hours on an entire day, and we just love it. Anybody here grew up on TV? I know I did. Yeah, cartoons, All in the Family, Brady Bunch. Anybody here remember Brady Bunch? Yeah, exactly. Mom and dad could put us in front of the TV. Guess what? YouTube is the new boob tube, right? Now, crazy enough, more than 10,000 videos have actually generated more than 1 billion views. 70% of YouTube users watched the video, who watched the video said that it helped them make with a purchase decision. Now, let's think about that. If you're afraid of doing video about a property or about your expertise as a real estate agent, and yet you've got 70% of your potential clients out there wanting to actually, before making a decision about buying or selling a property and who they want to use, they're watching a video about that. You're not doing it, you're behind the 8 ball. You're setting yourself up for failure. You need to come out of our comfort zone. 80% of the YouTube users who actually watched the video said that it helped them make that purchase decision, and said that they actually watched that video at the beginning of their shopping process. This is why YouTube videos, especially on reviews of items and things, are so popular, because people want to see it in action. They want to hear about it, right? By the way, your demographics, 7 out of 10 people actually prefer video to live TV, cost effective. How many of you are actually still paying for direct TV? Some of us. Now it's all streaming, right? Kind of went away from that because people understood that's great, but I'm paying $150 a month for 500 channels and I'm only watching 10 things. 150 times 12 is what? Roughly about $3,000 a year in TV. That's a lot of money. Nowadays, you go with 1 or 2 streaming services for $20 a month, and you've saved yourself thousands upon thousands of dollars. And funny enough, YouTube videos, most of which, if not 90% of it, is all free. So if you really didn't care about watching live TV, you don't have to pay for it. Just pay for your internet. Okay? By the way, average 8 out of 10 18 to 49-year-olds watch YouTube. By 2025, just a mere 2 years away, as it is right now. Next month, it'll be 1 year away. They predict that half the viewers out there under the age of 32 will no longer subscribe to a paid TV service. It'll all be streaming services because they can't afford it. Can you imagine what you could do with $3,000 in your business right now? Anybody? And number one answer should not be vacation, right? By the way, 70% of all YouTube views are done on your mobile devices. More than 40 minutes per session is spent watching video on your mobile device. How many of you have ever fallen down that rabbit hole? Right? You see a little short, and then all of a sudden it automatically uploads another one, and another one, and another one. And before you know it, 3 hours have gone by. We get sucked into it. Now, income-wise, back in 2020, the highest generating YouTube earner, basically paid by YouTube, was with 3.8. Ads on YouTube grow 2 times every year. By 2020, it was $3.81 billion in earned revenue by YouTube. Now, the highest income earner on YouTube in 2018-19 was 8 years old, earning $26 million. An 8-year-old earning $26 million on what? Product review. Something was ordered. He actually sat in front of the camera. He talked about the item that was ordered. Now, this is not an advertisement to put your children into slave labor and get them to do reviews on things that you're buying. But you think you could, do I expect anybody here to earn $26 million from your product review? Maybe darn close to it. I know some of you all would probably be very cute on camera, but just imagine. Oh, by the way, the second highest income earner, they were 5 years old at $20 million for the same type of video. So what's one thing that I don't see on the web? Real estate agents giving product reviews about homes. They'll tell you how to buy a home, what needs to be listed about a home, some of them, not all of them, but nobody actually talks about the entire experience. Maybe this is an idea. Yes, sir.
Yeah, how does that work with the distribution of money? Advertising pays YouTube and then YouTube pays the YouTuber?
Yep. And you have to have so many subscribers and so many views. And then after you get that bare minimum, then you can open your channel up to be monetized.
So at some point we can even make it some money.
Exactly.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum is 1,000 subscribers with, I think it's a total of all your
10,000 views?
videos, I think 10,000 views. Which is not hard. Well, I should say it's not hard if you try. What was that?
No, I was saying, if we can do that, we can get like, what, $1,000 a month?
You know what? There's one agent, she's out in Chicago. She earns roughly about $5,000 a month for her videos because of her podcast, besides real estate, on top of real estate. But then what she does is she takes that video content and redistributes it to an audio podcast, video shorts on Instagram. So she's getting paid by several different entities for her views.
It's Instagram page too.
Because, like any other good show, advertisers see that you get or you become an influencer, they are willing to pay you. In some cases, depending on the product, they may even actually say, try out this product and tell us what you think. And tell your audience what you think about that. Because they understand that with 2.9 billion people or 2.6 billion people, somebody's going to buy it. Even at 1%, think about that. 1% buys your product at, say, $20. That's a large chunk of money. Right? So those are things that are huge. Okay. Now, do I expect everybody to be a multi-million-dollar earner from YouTube? No. But at least have some sort of influence. Now, ways to market on Facebook, you got 3 basic things. Number 1, you got pages. Pages is basically similar to your Facebook personal page, but it's geared towards your business. You're going to be able to post things there, things like that. Talk about your business, what's going on, things like that. Next, the targeted ad. This is their advertising platform where you actually create the ad to talk about things, maybe about your services, about an event, or better yet, advertise a profit. You pay for it, but you design it. Yes, sir.
Are we supposed to put everything, all the content into the business page?
If it's business related, technically, yes. You want to generate it there first, and then you can reshare it back to your person. What Facebook wants to see is that you're taking your business page and doing proper business, whereas your personal page is meant to socialize and talk. Which, by the way, that leads into the other part, groups. Think about groups like a party. I invite a group of people together of like-minded ideas and be able to share those ideas together. But here, the electronic party is I'm the center of attention. Anybody here like to be center of attention? No one in this room likes to be center of attention? Well, we're going to change that a little bit, right? Now, we don't have to be the full line at every minute, every day, but hey, this is a great tool to be able to have people network and talk. Right? You don't have to necessarily always talk about what's going on in real estate, but hey, if I pull together people, say, in my neighborhood together, and all of a sudden, hey, I noticed that there's a person stealing packages on my group, that they're putting it in the group. all the other neighbors. Or, hey, Johnny just decorated his house. Why don't you go check it out about his holiday decorations? Or, hey, this is what's going on in real estate. This crazy economy, here's my opinion. Yes,
Yeah, in this class, you will teach us how to create
the business page.
yeah,
Now, by the way, 2 of these 3 tools here are free. The only one that you would ever have to pay for is the targeted ad. I can spend $100, run a 2-week ad. All of a sudden, before I know it, I got 1,000 clicks on that ad. And maybe I get 2 or 3 leads from that $100 investment. Yes.
How easy is to open up a group?
I can show you. It's really easy. You just have to invite people. Yeah. We'll go over it.
Okay.
Now, by the way, how you can use YouTube marketing or basically social media in general. You want to create an image of authority, right? Business videos contain your business views and ideas. You want to provide your expertise. I don't care if you've only been in the business a month or up to 30 years. You all have experience. Some of you probably have dealt with a transaction. You want to talk about it. Right? Because then again, when we start talking about things that are affecting us, we get people to relate. Wow, I had that issue. How did you resolve it? Those types of things. By the way, as you build your credibility and trust, you've got to entice people with more than just a sales pitch. It's still true today. A lot of people go, real estate agents are just used car salespeople, right? It's all about, that's all they look at me as a potential sale. I'm not a human, I'm a human being. Well, we got to talk to them as if they're human beings. They're not just the end result. And the reward is we get business, but we want to be able to connect with them. We got to give the customer a reason to evaluate our services, right? Maybe I put up videos that are just my client's experience, a testimonial as an example. In any written word. Video can convey what 1.8. Anybody here closing escrow soon? Not a single soul? Anybody here in escrow? Not yet. Okay, you will. Day you close escrow, whip out your phone and say, if you don't mind, I'd love to get your review about what you thought about my services. And all you have to do is speak for 30 seconds. Oh, geez, Tony, this was great. Yes, thank you. You know what? My wife and I are first-time home buyers. We didn't think we qualify for a 545 score to ever buy a home here in Orange County. Thank you so much for connecting us with a great lender. And thank you so much for this great, wonderful experience. What happens here? What are people seeing? Is it me just saying, this person said I was a great person? What is it that other people are now seeing? Anyone? Emotion, right? If you sat there and saw somebody like, oh my gosh, this was such a good experience. You feel that emotion. Anybody here ever watched a movie and felt the emotion before? No different. But these are when people are genuine. It's not me saying it, it's my clients. Testimonial videos are huge in your business. Don't be afraid. And again, 30 seconds is a lot. You post it out there. People see that. Hey, I want to have a great experience too. The last agent I dealt with was horrible. Now, one thing I don't see here is somebody raise their hand and go, well, what happens if the client says something bad about me? You have to use it? No. But it's a good idea to get their opinion. We all want to improve on our business. If they say, you know what, this was bad. You didn't know your contracts. I felt left out there all alone. How many of you would actually try to do that? One person. Two. All right, good. You got to work on the rest. Okay, by the way, video is way more engaging than the older forms of media. Most people do not like to read. Anybody here like to read? One person. Excellent. Two. That's above average. A room full of people here, you get one or two that really love and like to read. Most of your clients are that way. We saw that in the earlier slide. Most people just will watch video. It's easier. It's easier to digest information, especially with this younger generation, whose attention span is less than 7 seconds long. All right. Gotta love that. Dismiss. There we go. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the presentation and let's set up your Facebook business page. By the way, anybody encouraged about starting your social media? Has anybody started or actually created their Facebook business page yet? One person, two people. Kind of, sort of. Your personal page is where you want to begin this. Okay. Why do you want to connect it? Because eventually what's going to happen is you want to be able to reshare stuff from your business back to your personal, and it's easier to invite people to like your page from your friends list, and you can request friendships from people who have liked your business page. So it's a way to building that database. Okay. So we've got a couple of things that we're going to do here. So here, what we're going to be at is our personal page. Now, if you don't have a personal page and you just paid Facebook for a business page, there's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to miss out on a lot of features of what you could do. All right. Now, to set up your page, I'm going to keep having to hide this. There we go. We're going to come over here to the right-hand side. Now, this is easy to do on a computer, harder to do on a mobile device. As a matter of fact, if you're trying to do this on a mobile device, it becomes very challenging and you won't see all the bells and whistles that you should be seeing. Okay. Now, over here on the left-hand side, we have our main account, which is our personal page. And then under that, we have access to our friends, our saved content, I think. And then, of course, pages. And when we click on pages here, we now get to see all the created pages that we've made on Facebook. Now, because Pages is free, you can make a business page for any and all types of businesses. So some of you might be lenders as well as real estate agents, right? Do I have anybody like that here today? No one? Okay. So if you had your NMLS number for being a lender, and you're trying to also do your lending side and of course your real estate side, you could create two separate business pages. Simply come over here to the right-hand side where it says create a new page and click. Now we're going to put in some information. On the left-hand side, we're going to name it. Now this is where we need to be familiar with DRE regulations. When I get familiar with DRE regulations regarding first point of contact, what's required? Anybody? License number? What else? And brokerage. The brokerage official name. Okay. Now, if you're not familiar with that, simply go to the dre.ca.gov website. From there, search for advertising. From there, you can look at the advertising rules. Here are the advertising guidelines of what needs to be on first point of contact. I'm going to direct you to page, I do believe it's page 7 or 8 here. The basic requirements. So any and all solicited materials. So not only your business cards, your for sale signs, any open house signs, they require the 3 major things. Your full legal name. What's on your DRE license? If you operate under a nickname, you can put it on there, but you have to put it in quotes. You have to have your official legal name, your DRE license number, and your brokerage official name. Some of us might work at, how many of you work at Realty One as an example? Okay. What's their logo? One group or that one symbol, right? Is that the business name? No, it's what? Or Realty, is it Realty One Group or is it Realty One West?
Well, there are several, so yeah.
Yes. So what is your particular broker?
Realty One Group West.
Excellent. So Realty One Group West is the official DRE license or the official brokerage name that you as the agent belong to. So we got to have that on all 3 points of contact. Now, not only is this required on your business cards, your for sale signs, your posters, your flyers, but it's also required on every post in your social media. Let me reiterate that. On every post in your social media. If you're caught advertising yourself as a real estate professional and you do not have that, it's a $2,400 fine per post per incident. 5 years ago, there was an agent cited by DRE for over $10,000 from two or three posts that did not meet their first point of contact requirements. So this is where I'm going to help you match in the naming of your business page 2 of your 3 requirements. And that is with the business page name. Your business page name, unless you're working in a group, and even then you want to be mindful of this because you want to be the person that's in charge of the group, not a group or a team member. In this case, you're going to go Anthony Bried, or in this case, your name. I'm going to indicate that I'm a real estate professional, so Realtor. And then I'm going to put in my DRE license number. Here I have now officially met my 2 or 3 requirements. I got my full legal name here and my DRE license number. Why is this good? Because now when I create a post, the post will always have the business page name on the top of that post. When I go to write a post under my business page name, I will then add in the company name to the post. So when I write on a post, I will always begin it with the company name. Realty One Group, ABC Real Estate, Jack and Jill Real Estate, Keller Williams, First Team Estates, whatever. Space, hyphen, and then I'm going to write my post. That way, when I post that posting out, whether it's to the public, to a feed, or whatever, it will now meet all 3 points of contact. Now, the reason why I don't put the company name here as the business page name, number 1, am I the broker of that company? No. So I'm not going to put it there. And 2, if I do happen to change brokerages, I can only change the business name twice. Here, is my name going to change? Probably not. Is my DRE license number going to change? Hopefully not. So here, I've got that. Yes.
Is there a way you can put like license number somewhere else?
You could probably put it in the beginning of the post, but now I've got to put in the post name or the DRE license number and the brokerage name. Why have to write extra stuff on my post? Because when I write it on the post and that gets pushed down.
So I've seen a lot of people that don't put the name, they don't put the license number.
Right? And if they don't have their license number anywhere else, have they met DRE's requirements for solicitation and advertising? No.
That's what I was
$2,400
saying, like, is there any other way, any other place you can put it?
You can put it in your bio, but then who's going to dive down into it? And again, with DRE saying it's got to be on every post that you post. It's like your business card. I hand out my business card, she's got the business card with my DRE license number, and then I hand out the same exact one but without it. What am I now doing? Not consistent. I'm not meeting the DRE requirement. It's an easy identifier, right? I'm a real estate professional. Here's my DRE license number. They look me up on the DRE, they would immediately see my name. So it's an immediate identifier. Reason why I put the name of the brokerage in the body of the post is that, again, I can be free. Like here I'm at Jack and Jill Real Estate, and then next month I had transferred offices to ABC. So my next post will always begin with ABC real estate. Now, again, I've got met all three, so people can actually see that I've transitioned. Excuse me. Whereas if I put it in the business page name, number one, if I'm not the broker of ABC, I'm violating DRE regulations for misperception, right? Number two, if I did change the name, by the second time, oh, well, you can't change the name anymore. I got to create a brand new business page, which now all of a sudden I got to start everything from scratch.
So you cannot change, once you put a name, you cannot change it?
2 times,
Oh,
up to 2 times. And then they lock it. Because what they don't want is people changing their business names every 2 seconds. Now, by the way, here in your photos, in the background. Number one, you want to upload a personal profile picture of yourself. Oh, by the way, let me get back here. Your category, after you create the business page name, your category. Now, this is one time where I'm going to list all the categories that I want people to find me under, like real estate. Here, I'm a real estate agent. What else under real estate? Real estate services, real estate agency, whatever. Choose all that, because now when people go and look for categories of businesses, my business page is always going to get full. Yes, sir. Forever. So once that second time happens, they lock the business page and they go, you're not allowed to change your business name anymore. You have to create a new page. If I have to create a new page, that means that everybody who is like this one, I'm going to lose. All my past posts, I'm going to lose. All that history, I don't want to lose that. That's why I want to keep that business page name as simple and change-free as possible. The system will automatically know because it tracks it.
So if you try to change this, notify it.
Yep. Yeah, because if I go to try to change it after I published it, it'll say, you've already changed it twice, no longer allowed. Now it will say you need to create a new business page.
Oh, that's already up.
Yep.
So, sorry, my Facebook page decided I was
Not you,
not new, and now it's gonna take 48 hours to confirm my identity.
which gotta love Facebook, right? Because when you change the business page name the one time, 24 to 48 hours for it to officially allow you to change the name. Because what they're also going to do is they're going to go through and comb their entire 2.9 billion users to see if they have a business page that's like yours. And if there's a similar name, it will change it back to what it was. You gotta be careful.
Mine's been hacked before. And
Hacking is not
So-
fun. Yeah.
right, and I never, and you can't get a hold of them. So
Nope.
it's not like I've
You're
never-
just an ant in the cloud.
I was never sure if I actually solved the problem. So I was always.
It's a nightmare getting a hold of even Google support. unless you're really, I mean, but yeah, Facebook, I'm surprised what's his name, Zuckerberg was called to Congress. Because you figure you can't get anybody else, right? All right, now real quickly here, so you choose your category, bio, put in a bio. A bio about you. Now, I do believe your bio used to have a limit of characters. In this case, it doesn't look like they have a limit anymore, but be creative with your bio. Stay away from things like, I love buying and selling real estate for clients. I really enjoy it. I work with a bunch of people. Okay, that's great. So I'm going to ask you to make it a little personal. Yes, I'm a real estate professional. I specialize in what city do you market in, young lady? Irvine, right? So, what's one of the many things that people should know about Irvine that they should be moving to? Like, what's a benefit of living in Irvine?
School with education.
Okay, good. If you want to know of a great school in Irvine, what's the name of that school?
Yeah.
Okay, what happens if I have a child that's not a child prodigy going straight to college? What high school? What's one that you know of, marketing in Irvine?
University High School.
University High School, there we go. So if your child is of high school age and needs to go to a really great high school in Irvine, go to the university. Anybody else work marketing in Irvine? Like, what's something that you're passionate about in Irvine besides real estate?
Restaurants.
Restaurants. What's your most favorite restaurant in Irvine? Do you have a favorite restaurant? You don't eat? You don't go out and eat? Does your husband cook for you?
I cook myself.
You cook yourself, so you never go out.
I do go out.
Okay, so what's one restaurant that you have gone to religiously? Meaning, anytime you go out, you go to this restaurant.
It's the meals.
I got Garden State, I got McDonald's. Where do you go? Where do you, what kind of food do you eat?
Korean or Chinese. But
Okay, out of the two, what is your most favorite? Korean or Chinese?
what's Chinese?
Of course, Chinese. Okay, out of all the Chinese restaurants in Irvine, there are a lot. What's your most favorite Chinese restaurant?
Fine.
You haven't found one yet. Okay, good. But if I'm moving to Irvine and you want to bond with me, what would be one restaurant you would recommend to me as a good restaurant that you'd like to eat at? Yeah. Okay, well, what shopping do you like to do? Okay. The whole point I'm trying to get here, in your bio, talk about, so I heard Garden State, right? Garden State is what type of cuisine? So what kind of cuisine is it? Chinese? Cantonese. So if you want really great Cantonese in Irvine, come to this restaurant. What does that say in your bio about you being a real estate professional? You know where are some good places, in your opinion, that somebody who's living in Irvine or wants to live in Irvine should go and eat. Remember when I said millennials today, or even clients today, want to have a personal connection with their agent? Well, how do we have a personal connection? You got to tell me a little bit about something about you. Well, your favorite shopping, or your favorite eating, or your favorite place to serve, is it a particular city or a particular area? You should say it in your bio. On top of, if you want to live near great Cantonese food or great shopping districts in Irvine, give me a call, shoot me an email. Now, all of a sudden, when somebody looks your business up in a category, what's one of the things that they're going to look for? They're going to look at your bio, and they're going to want to see you talking about the great restaurants, the great eateries, the great shopping, the great hot spots in the cities that you're marketing in. Because, golly, that generates interest. So, for someone who doesn't go out and eat, hey, if you want a good home cooked meal, come to my house. I'll come to your house or a good Chinese. Well, I should say, I don't want to assume Chinese is your specialty. What foods do you like to cook? Italian, Mexican, Chinese. Excellent. So I'm coming to your house with great Chinese food. Okay? I hope you don't mind. By the way, I do want to buy a house. Talk about that in your bio. Now, besides editing the right-hand side, over here to the top middle, we need to upload a profile picture of ourselves and a background image. Now, when it comes to your photo, I'm just going to exit this. When you're able to edit your photos of your page, Make sure it's an updated profile picture of yourself. Just like your driver's license, this should be updated at least every 5 years. We all go through changes. Some of us gain hair, some of us lose hair, some of us grow gray, some of us not so gray, some of us put on weight, some of us lose weight. As you can tell, that picture's only about 4 years old. That changed a lot in the past 4 years. I've gotten more gray. I've get put on at least 20 extra pounds, thanks very much COVID and home cooking. Right? But you can do that. Make sure it's a professional picture. What most agents are afraid of is to put a picture of themselves. Why? Anybody here afraid of a picture of yourself? Kind of, sort of. Why?
I admire
Yeah. Why?
myself.
This is how you are beautiful today. Do you not show property for the way you look? If I had $2.3 million on the line for you just to show me home, would you not show me the home just because of the way you look? No. You're gonna pull up your bootstraps and you're gonna actually go out there and show me the home. So I need to see you for you. Right? I get it. Everybody likes to do the Photoshop. Everybody wants to get rid of the colors and all that other stuff. But you know what? We've got to be comfortable with ourselves. We have to embrace this. This is why we should be doing video too. Let's not be afraid. I don't know when we became so fearful. Anybody here remember when you were a kid and nothing scared you? Anybody here have kids or grandkids? They are ruthless and they are not afraid of anything. Wouldn't it be great to capture that? Let's re-embrace that. I will tell you, I'm the biggest introvert in the entire world. And my wife's like, there's no way you're an introvert. You love speaking in front of people. I love teaching. Doesn't mean I am comfortable in large crowds. Like, take me to Disneyland, I shut right up and I get really anxious. But at the end of the day, I got to be comfortable with myself. And that's hard. But at least have a profile picture. Now, when it comes to your background image, this is where we need to be super careful. When I click on it, there is a, let me see if I zoomed in too much. There should be, so back under the about. There should be a little camera icon somewhere. Let me see here. Well, you know what? It probably wants me to switch to this profile. There's usually a little camera icon in the bottom right corner of both your profile picture as well as the background image. If you click on that camera icon, and I don't know why they keep changing things on me, but they keep doing it. So let me see if I have it down here. See all photos. These are ones that you can upload, but then I think there's a choice somewhere. Manage posts, save posts, turn on notifications. That's great. Well, why can't I edit my own photo on my own thing here? It will have it there too. Perfect. Yeah, there should be, probably because of the way I'm logged into my account, there should be a little camera icon at the bottom left, and of course, to the bottom, I'm sorry, to the bottom right and the bottom right of both areas. If you click on that, there's a choice to upload or take a photo. In this case, the mobile device should allow you to take a photo. Here, I would definitely upload a profile picture of yourself for your page, but then as your background image. This is where a lot of agents all of a sudden start uploading pictures of houses. We've got to be really careful about that. Even though you were a listing agent on the property, once you stop being a listing agent, you're not allowed to advertise that person's home. Not to mention, think about the first point of contact. We want immediate identifiers of first point of contact. So what I would recommend That background image should be like a business card. What's nice about that is that not only can you have your company logo, but you can also have your personal logo. So if you're using a graphic design artistry or whatever, put that together. Make yourself a personal logo and merge it with your company logo. But then you can put in all first point of contact information, your name, your phone number, your email address, your DRE license number, everything about you. That way, when someone accesses your business page to like you or to look at you, they immediately see at the very top the first point of contact, even before looking at your posts. Yes.
Can you, on the background picture, can you do a video instead of a picture?
It's a still shot only. But I will say that in your bio down below, let's see here. Is it under about? Oh, come on. Facebook business page has gotten so much more complicated. And actually, there we go. Because I switched into the page, I can create an avatar, create and edit the photo in that bottom right corner. It's like here, there's that little camera icon. This is where I can edit photos. Yay. Now, down below, underneath our profile picture, under the post, you got some information here. Under the details, is it under details or under about? Under about, there is a section to upload a intro video. So under your, let's see, social media link, there is a button in here that you can upload a video for your business page. So I kind of like that. And I do believe your background image, I'll have to double check, but it could be a GIF, meaning that it's a rotating style picture. But again, for your business card,
I don't know, I thought it was the background. Somewhere in there they click.
it's under the about section. It's under the about section. So here under the about section, you should be able to upload a video as an intro.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
So for me, like from my personal page, I just go to create another profile? Is that
No,
what
so you go to the left-hand side, click on pages, and then create a new page. And that will link it to your personal. And that's what typically
I go to
that's supposed to
profile setting?
do. So let's see, if you were back at your, and again, it may be difficult here on your phone. There should be pages.
Oh, here.
So when you click on that, there should be a choice of creating a page, but here you don't have that. Oh, there it is, create.
Oh, okay.
So you can create your business page from your phone too. Okay. Now, so here you can edit your profile picture. Obviously, we're going to go through under the about section here. We're going to put in our contact information. By the way, the address should be your office address, not your personal address. Last thing you want is have clients show up at your home, unless you really like that, right? Somebody who's going to cook dinner for me. Okay, I'm going to go buy your house. Okay, your phone number. Obviously, it's important to have your cell number. Anybody here receive calls on their cell? Not a single soul. Okay, go to Google Voice. Initiate a Google Voice number that you can have forwarded to yourself. Google Voice. Your email address is important. Any other social links or websites that you have. So if you have a personal website, tie it into your business page. Other basic information, diversity info, if you want to fill that in, that's great. Hours of operation, you can do all that. Back over here to the right or left-hand side, settings. We're going to modify some settings here. And of course, I've got to zoom in, seeing how it's so zoomed out. Under, is it under privacy now? Page and tagging. There it is. All right. Here under the settings, what we're going to do is we can manage our page. We can view the activity log. We have access to our reels, public postings. We can change some settings here. If we wanted to, restrictions, country restrictions, age restrictions. You can set all that up. There's also a button here for profanity. So I would say always operate under some sort of code of conduct. One thing that the internet breeds a lot of are what they call trollers. Trollers love causing arguments and fights. There are some downright nasty people who just live to argue. Anybody here have a relative like that? They live to argue with you, right? But at least they're still respectful. There are internet people out there that are disrespectful. What you want to do under your settings is make sure that you turn the profanity meter on, meaning that no one can write curse words in their posts, or it's going to immediately block them. That also includes you. How do you do that? Under the settings, it should be, it used to be just right under the immediate settings. Profanity. Yes. Profanity filter. Let's see here. Link, branded video content, privacy. Let's see here. Your activity, messaging.
Blocking.
There we go. Block pages, block users, stories, reels. That's interesting. I don't know. I wasn't I? Public. There we go. So it's under the public posts now, rather than just under regular settings. So here, who can follow you? You want people of the public to follow you. But most importantly, come down below under profanity filter and turn it on. Put it on. That way, if somebody wants to write curse words, even this helps you stay in check of not writing bad things either. Okay. Part of your conduct is if somebody wants to argue with you, you don't have to feed into it. Too many of us fall into that hole too. They argue to argue. You know what? They have a disagreement opinion, not a problem. Remember, we're all doing something like this, we're in the public eye. So when it comes to that, operate under the code of conduct. I'm sorry that you disagree with me. I'd love to talk with you offline about this. What does that say about you as a person? What does that say about you as a business?
Professional.
You're a professional. Because if you can handle somebody who's just being nasty and mean outright, and you're doing it in a calm, cool, collected manner, when it comes to a transaction, are you going to be calm, cool, and collected during that entire transaction phase? Even though I get it, some of us want to, hold down somebody underneath an inch or two of water just for a couple of seconds, right? Did I ever feel like that? A couple of us, right? But at least we can control those types of things, control those type of people. Okay. Age restriction, what type of content? You can change that over 18 only, or doesn't matter the age. I would say a lot of times you're going to leave it at all ages, just because some things that you might post about some of the cities that are out there, community events, things like that, for all ages. Okay. Now, once you do this, search for the country. Yes, there are a lot of countries out there. Now, there are some countries that have restrictions like China. They totally monitor the internet. We can't post anything over there. Can't read it. Don't even attempt it. Okay. Same thing with Iran and Afghanistan and all them. They have very restricted internet because the government controls it. To only people in the United States? Hide from certain countries, so I can hide any of my posts from anybody in the United States. Yeah. And again, that's not going to affect everybody because internet internet control and monitoring is different in each country. Like China, the full-on government controls it, whether you want the post to go there or not. They probably won't let it. Just depends. Let's get back. All right. So then when we get back to our page here, we go to write a post. By the way, you got your edit your bios, things like this. Where's my writing a post? Oh, that's because I zoomed in. What's on your mind? We go to write a post. So we met our first two requirements in the business page name. Now we got to make that third requirement. This is where we're going to write the post. When we write the post, this is where you're going to always begin the post with the company name. And then write what your post is. That way, when you do submit the post, now that post has got all 3 points of contact. Right? Because when you look at a post from all your past posts, it's got the business page name at the very top, plus whatever your post is down below. Does that help?
Like something that you have to put your
Company name. So it's a good habit to start getting yourself into. Now, at this point, when you're ready to go, there's a choice here or a button here to request likes. This is one of the other reasons why I want to merge this or have this with my personal page. Because you have friends on your personal page. They're going to be the first people to hopefully like my business. So there's a button here that says request likes. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to give you an entire friends list from your personal page to send a request to like a page. Now, what happens here is that after you get, say, 10 to 25 likes by people, it's going to unlock a bunch of other features like insights, the advertising portal, everything like that for your business. It won't do that until it at least gets 10 likes. Now, when it comes to the likes, this is where the power of the like comes in. Because you only really get one shot to do this. Well, anytime you post, anybody who has liked your post or liked your business page are notified about your post automatically. But it goes beyond that, meaning that even their friends and their friends' friends are notified about your post. So, as an example, say you have 500 friends that like your business page, or 500 people that have liked your business page, and you go to post, and each of those 500 people have 500 friends themselves, and they're notified. And then those 500 people have another 500. So just from one post alone, not paying for anything, you can hit up to 175,000 people from one post. You just have to be consistent about how often you post, because three out of five posts are seen by people. Yes.
You need to have those 3 items there, name, license number, and stuff on a post. If it's real estate related.
So I go to my business page.
No, if you need to have those 3 items. If your post is business or real estate related. If it's personal,
then I'm doing it on my personal page, which is a separation of.
but if you do it on your business page, you're still gonna need.
Yes, Anything on your business page,
Even though it's not real estate.
yep, because my business page is my business. So anything I post on my business page is business related. So even if it's a small personal item, like, hey, I discovered a new restaurant in Irvine. I'm notifying people. Hey, that's great. Right? So here we're having those types of conversations because we're in the mindset of trying to generate business. We're trying to generate business, right? Even though maybe that business, if I'm doing things personally, hey, my child went to have their first dance recital or whatever. Now, I could put that to my personal page, but more than likely I'm going to do that on my personal. Okay. Now, by the way, so here we have our viral posting for free by people just liking us. So we're going to request people, go to my business page, like me here. Now, a couple of other nice things about the like. When someone likes my business page, I'm sent a notification. I got 5 likes. I can go in there. I can look at the algorithms. I can see who liked me. Now, what's nice about that is I'm going to invite those likes to be friends to my personal page. Because again, our goal is to try to get them to know us personally, right? But wait, not every friend is a family member or a colleague or a business associate. This is where we're going to utilize our personal page as a somewhat contact management system. We're going to start separating out the groups of friends to different groups because when I do post something to, let's say, sir, to my personal page, I can control who sees that post. So if I have people who have liked me on my business page and I've invited them to be friends on my personal page, I'm going to actually group them into what they call lists to be able to see certain content that I want to direct to them. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we do that? Let's see here. I'm going to go back home. I'm going to switch back to my profile, hopefully. Manage profiles. If it'll let me manage my profile. There we go. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually this is my personal page. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my friends and I'm going to create custom lists. So on my personal page, as people begin to like me, I need to put them in certain groups. Because again, out of these 300 people, not all.
Are these them really your friends?
Yes.
Mine's a lot of strangers.
Well, strange people that have liked you that you've invited to be a friend, right?
Young kids.
Well, then why did you accept them as friends?
I didn't accept them. They just
Yeah, lately I've got,
They can't be a friend unless you accept them.
I've gotten a bunch of requests lately that I think they're just like.
Are bogus? Yeah. Under your friends list, you'll have a bunch of people here that will say, here's a suggested friend that have 26 people that you're associated with, or 3. If you say confirm, that's adding that person as a friend. But unless you add them as a friend, they don't see any of your content. Okay? Now, here we've got potential people that could be friends. Yes.
A question on the other side. Is there any way when someone, is there any way you put out like a geographical area for someone to view likes?
I do believe there is an option for that.
So I don't want to like from someone from, another country.
Why not? Why happens if they want to move here to California? Are you going to turn somebody down from moving from Morocco here to California?
No. But I mean.
It's an option. You don't have to, but it's an option, right? Because what happens if your client has a friend in Morocco looking to relocate here to California?
Right.
you know what, we've got a good rapport. I'm going to request you to be a friend, right? So if they like my business page, I'm going to request that they be a friend of mine. If they accept my friendship, they're going to be in my friend group. But this is where we need to create lists. So under your friends, so back here on your personal area, you're going to go to where it says friends. You're going to see potential people that you could request to be friends with. Okay. And these are people that have mutual connections with you. So people that you know that know these people. Unless I confirm them, they're not going to be friends of mine. But instead, come back over here to the left-hand side and where it says custom lists, click. This will now give you all the lists that you've created. If you've never created a list before, there is a choice here. I love how I can down below that says create a list. So in your list, this is on my personal page. So it's like a contact management system at this point. I'm going to group people into these various lists. I'm going to have a buyer list, a client list, a seller list, a leasing list, a real estate list, a lender list, whoever. Right? Maybe I do, hot buyers, hot sellers list. Go through, create the list. Past clients. Perfect. Now, with your list created, you now need to get people into those lists. So from your personal page, come over here to where it says friends. Over here to the left, custom lists. Under custom lists, create a list. Now, even though the list is created, you now need to put people into lists. How we put people into lists is that we're now going to go and click on our name over here to the left-hand side. So it accesses our behind the scenes personal page. From here, we're now going to go over here towards the left-hand side where it says friends, which is right next to the about, and we're going to click. When we do that, this will now show all my current people that I am friends with. So these are the people that I know that I accepted as a friend. Okay? Or have accepted my invitation as a friend. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this list. I see a friend. I'm going to click on the 3 dots next to that friend. List here, one of which says edit friend list. When I click on edit friend list, I can now select or click on the appropriate lists that need to be applied for this person. So this person might be a buyer, a client, and a seller. Two more pages. So I'm going to come over here to the left-hand side where it says your name. When I click on it, I get the posts about friends. You see that? So are you on your personal page?
Maybe somebody. My personal page, somebody.
You think that they have your is this you?
It's not me.
That's not you?
No, I just do it.
That's your contact.
Cannot. I didn't log in for long.
See it?
Change the chat. This is not me either.
Well, then whose Facebook are you in?
That's my account. So somebody's on my.
Well, how can they steal your account if they know you're using your password? Are they using your email account?
Yeah, must be. It's my email address.
Okay, so then go in and start changing it and I will change the password. I mean, hackers will do that. You gotta go through it every once in a while and change your passwords like everything else.
Maybe those strange people should be friendly.
Probably those are strange people that you've befriended. Some hacker friended people. Is that your name, Mal?
No.
Okay, then change it. Change it. Do you know anybody by the name of Mal? Okay, so change all that information. You should be able to edit your information. Yes, sir.
You need to have the business page created in order to have this.
I have to have a personal page before I have the business. So even on my personal page, if I request friends,
This option?
yeah, this will only appear on your personal. This will not appear on your business because you cannot friend people to be socialites under your business. You can request a like to be a friend to your personal.
You can only request a like or a message.
So for my business, I can only request likes, but from the people that like me, I can then send a friend request to them to me personally.
Delete Facebook account.
Of course, but then you have to create a new one under a different email address.
Yeah, I already.
Okay, then log into that one instead.
Yeah, how I delete this?
Good question. I don't know. You probably have to go through and see how to delete it.
On your business page, can someone follow you or is just, or they can just message you? Okay.
Yeah, they can follow you, they can like you,
And you can message.
and they can message you. Right? And at which point, if
One
they're
of those two things.
Yep. And depending on what your settings are, if you allow people on your business page to post, they can post. Which you don't want to do. Yeah. Leave that alone. All right. So back here on the friends list, what you're going to do is you're going to now go through your friends and edit them into lists, put them into different categories. You can apply multiple categories. Not every client's a buyer. Not every client's a seller. Or a rental, or a tenant, or a family member. Yes, because after you do this and and it may take you some time depending on how many friends you got, but it's a great habit. Okay.
Do it one by one.
Yes, you do. But then what happens here on your personal page is that now when I go to post, you're going to notice here that there will be a choice as I write my post that if I click on, where is it? Right underneath my name, do you see where it says public? Underneath public, there is a choice to allow me to put it to a list.
So under that is all the lists that you create.
Here are all the lists that I created. So if I'm creating a post on my personal page that really a client really sees. So like something that's affecting real estate, like the interest rates or the market is crashing. Maybe my clients need to see that, not necessarily friends and family. Right. Or geez, that, my child's dance recital. Well, I don't want all my clients to see it. I just want my friends and family to see it, or my family to see it. So now all of a sudden you're controlling where those posts go. Now, this is also very helpful for when you're going through your Facebook, that you can actually see, where is it? The lists. So you could actually group it by list and only see those people associated with that list post. So if you were like, oh, you know what, 5 minutes a day, I just want to see what my clients are posting, you could switch it to the client list only, and you will only see those people that are associated with their list and their postings. Just so you know. So it's a great way of responding to your clients too.
Once you set a post,
Uh-huh.
say, you just put, post this and you forgot to categorize, can you edit it?
Yep, you can always re-edit it. You just go into your post and you see those 3 little dots next to your post. You would just click on that and you can then change like from public to a list or whatever. Okay. So that's easy. It just takes time to do it and redo it again. But that's Facebook. YouTube. When you set up YouTube, you can go to youtube.com. When you go to create an account, it's going to ask you to create a Gmail account. How many of you have Gmail? Most everybody, right? Good.
How about a Gmail account?
You have to have a Gmail account. Google owns YouTube. So they are going to require that you have a Gmail account. They force you to have one, but it's free. Why not? Right? Now, what's going to happen here if you are logged into your Google account and you're on Google Chrome as an example? What I love about this is that me being logged into my Google account, we're going to see right there at the top right corner, my image based on my profile for my Gmail account, and right next to that, just to the left, are 9 dots. Now, I love these 9 dots. Why? When I click on these 9 dots, I am now going to see free software that Google offers to me for being just a basic non-paying member to Gmail. I can do a Google search. I can look at business information. I can do Google Play, Google Maps, look at the news, do Google Meets, which, by the way, is like Zoom. Okay. I can do Google Translate, Calendar, or access their full-on document suite of slides, aka PowerPoint Keynote, sheets, aka Excel, or numbers, docs, aka pages or Word. All for free. Yes, sir.
For that Google Meet, can you invite someone who does not have a video?
Yes. Yes.
And it's free, right?
Yes. Now, you'll notice here that one of these choices is YouTube. So what does this mean? When you create a Gmail account, you're automatically creating a YouTube channel. What we now need to do is set it up. So when we click on YouTube here, YouTube is now going to open up. It's going to show me potential videos to watch. But what I care about is over here at the top right corner. I might see my image. If you don't see your image, you're going to see your initials. When I click on my initials or my image, I get a list of choices, one of which will say, view your channel. Do you see that? When I click on view your channel, my channel is going to open up. Now we got a couple of things that we're going to do here. My background image, my profile picture, we see my YouTube channel name, this, that, and the other, how many subscribers, how many videos I've got going on, this, that, and the other. Yes, sir.
For YouTube, on the background, you have video.
I'm going to show you. I would say this background image, I do believe you can, but we'll double check it. Here we go to customize channel. First thing that we're going to do under customize channel, under the layout here, channel trailer for people who haven't subscribed to you. So guess what? One of the videos that you're going to do today, we're going to hear this as a game plan. Do a 30-second intro video of yourself. You're going to take out your phone and you're going to record yourself. 30 seconds about who you are, just like your bio. So you're going to say what? Hardship. Call of. Excellent. Call of Realtor Realty, and you go from there. Right? I love buying and selling real estate. I love working with first-time home buyers. If you happen to live in Irvine, we're going to go to, and I'm sorry, what's your name, young lady? Ying? We're going to go to Ying's house and have great Chinese, because she's an awesome cook. Everybody's subscribed. Right? Everybody subscribe to my channel, and I'll make sure that I pick you up and I'll take you over there 7 days a week. Any time of day, I know she'll be home. We'll just bring over the items for her to cook. Right? You wouldn't mind that, would you? She says it with a smile, but we know, no, don't come over to my house. But no, but you could do that. So you could hit here, add a video. So you can upload it from your computer, do it, right? You also have a featured video that you have for your subscribers to always be notified when a video you've uploaded is primary and that they should be watching it. Next, your recommendations, you can turn on that. So anytime a video that you've uploaded, they've watched, any other video will now be a recommended video from you. So if they watch one video that you made, they're going to be suggested to watch one of your other ones. Okay?
So you turn that on.
I'm going to turn that on because I want them to be caught in the rabbit hole. Right? Just like we are. Yes, sir. Yes, I am. Yes. Yes. The answer is, are we recording today's session? The answer is yes. Everybody will get a copy of today's recording. Okay. Now, next to layout, branding. Now, this is important. So, sir, we were talking about the images. So, here, first is our profile picture. Click on change, upload your profile picture. We're all about consistency and branding. Next, your banner image. Your banner image can only be a still shot, but it's 2048 pixels by 1152 pixels. It can't be greater than 6 megabytes. So remember that picture of your business card that you just uploaded or will be uploading to your Facebook business page? Guess what you're going to do there? You're going to upload that same image. Again, we want immediate identifiers of who we are because there is no spot, unlike the business page, to name the page. There is, but we're not going to name it Anthony, Realtor, and then VRA licensing. Because the videos are going to have that embedded into it. Okay? And that will be video editing. Okay? Now, if you do have a personal logo, anybody here have their own personal logo or working with a graphic designer? Wouldn't it be great to have your video branded with your own personal marketing? Down below, underneath the background image, there is the video watermark. Now, you can do that as you're editing the video, add a watermark. But why do that for every video, especially any videos that you're taking with your mobile device? You're out there in the field, you're on the go. Wouldn't it be great to have my personal watermark branding on my own video? The answer is yes. Upload your own watermark. Now it's copyrighted material for you. Simply come over to where it says change, upload that image. Now, what's cool about this? You can say, I want this image only at the end of the video or at the beginning of the video. Or through the entire video. So no matter what, you now added that so you don't have to do any special editing to add one in yourself.
That's a question.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you change your, the handle? I accidentally
Oh, the name?
put a wrong letter in my handle
Oh,
and now it's weird.
you should be able to, I think it's under basic info, under the name.
I don't have that page.
Let's see, are you viewing your, are you
Is this-
customizing your channel?
Yeah, trying to,
So customize. Basic info.
oh, thank you.
Okay. And there will be your handle. Now, I like the handle because it's unique and you don't have to fight with 2.6 billion other people that might have similar. Yeah. Right. So I like how I just created one for you. Okay. So next to the branding, your basic info, here you've got the name of your channel, your handle. You can add in pronouns if you're into what pronouns you like to be called, he, she, it, we, they, them, other, huh? So when I go to market myself, I can add my handle for my branding and say, here's my handle on YouTube. So if you ever need to reference me, you can always say at Tony 4889 or Tony Bried 4889. And if they do a search, it'll come up. My channel will come up.
You do that or the system will tell you?
The system will do it. If I make one myself, it'll then have to go through 2.6 billion people to see if my handle is unique. Here, the system just came up with that. And I will say this is recent, probably in the past year and a half. Let's see here. Some other nice things. You can add in a description. So this is what your channel is all about, but basically your bio. So you can upload a video bio, introductory video, and or a text. Okay. Your channel URL. This is great for any and all your marketing, your personal websites, things like that. Copy, paste it into your personal website. So you get that little YouTube icon on your website. Okay. Other contact information if you want, your email address, other information. Now, what we're also going to do is come over here to the right hand or left hand side. We're going to go to settings. Under settings, I don't care about the default units of US dollars. That's if and when your channel becomes monetary, meaning that once you get the required number of subscribers and views, they'll ask you, would you like to get advertising dollars? We're not worried about that right now. But I will care about how people find my channel. So under the channel section, keyword searches on how people, when they do either a Google search or a YouTube, how they are to find you. These are all free words. Simply click in the box, type in the word or phrase, and hit tab. Now, here for me, real estate, California, my name, Orange County, Realtor, training, real estate, OCR, OCAR, OC Realtor, put in everything that somebody can find you at.
How many can you have?
As many as you need.
How many do you recommend?
Well, this is where it's going to get fun. How many people misspell your name or mispronounce your name? Anybody here ever mispronounce your name? Good. And mispronouncing it, are they misspelling it?
They're saying in the Spanish way, like Ayano instead of Alano,
Okay, and how do they spell it? Do they spell it differently sometimes?
with one L.
One L, right? My last name is spelled Bried, B-R-I-E-D. Now, I can't tell you how many people throughout my 51 years have called me Bried, Brieden, Bard, and bread. How do you get bread out of this? I don't know. But, and I discovered this about 3 or 4 years ago, or actually 5 years ago. So when I started my channel 6, 7 years ago, I was the only Tony Bried there. Not a problem. And when I was teaching a class like this, go to my channel, watch my videos, da, da, da. That's the only way I usually advertise it. Well, 1 year or 2 years go by. I'm talking about this to a class. I say, this is how you find my channel. It's that in class, agent types in my name. Hey, Tony, do you do weddings? And I'm like, what do you mean? I see a bunch of wedding videos here. I'm like, wedding videos? Are you kidding me? So I look, and he sure enough typed in my name, but then all of a sudden, what was up were all these wedding videos. It's because in the keyword search, bride has got the same letters as mine, but they've got mixed match. Well, I've been called bride before, especially because I before E, except after C, the I is usually long. So what did I do? I misspelled my last name. Bried, B-R-E-E-D, B-R-E-A-D. So go through and add in all the misspellings of your name. And now I am guaranteed to always be at the top of the list when they type Tony Bried. Wedding videos are about 3 or 4 down, but it's not the very first thing and very first recommended. So do all the misspellings of your name, all the counties, all the cities, all the areas that you want to possibly be found in. A real estate professional, real estate agent, realtor, whatever. Type all that stuff in. Now, once you do that and you're done, hit save. Now, besides that, you also have some advanced settings here. Advanced settings deal with your upload default of your videos. Do you want your videos to be kid-friendly, not kid-friendly, adult only, or do you want to choose between each and every video? I would recommend choose between each and every video when you upload, because there will be some videos that will pertain to only adults above the age of 18. There are other videos that you want any and all age groups, like if you're talking about events and community and all this other stuff. Anybody here have Google Ads or Google AdWords? If you have an AdWords account that you're paying Google for, you can actually link that account. So if you're already paying for certain words and phrases to be seen for any and all your marketing, you can actually link it to your YouTube channel. Your captions, make sure that the system automatically blocks anything that can be considered bad words, so inappropriate language. Okay. Feature availability, you want to make sure all this is enabled. Standard features, intermediate features, advanced features. Advanced features will kick in after you become monetized. Upload defaults back here to the left. This is important. When you upload a video, you got to give it a title. You got to give it some of a description. This is where Do we want to have to type certain things over and over again? So as an example, on my YouTube channel, I want the title to always begin with Tech Tony Presents, and then leave room for the actual video title. Right? Secondly, under the description, there are certain things that I need to always constantly say, right? What's one of those things? First point of contact. Guess what? Here, put in all your first point of contact and how people are to contact you. For more information and more videos, please feel free to either call me or email me at blah, 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 your name, your company, your DRE license number. That way, every video has at least got it in the description, if not in the video itself, which, by the way, you're going to also need to make sure you add in. Right? Maybe you have some basic description set up, what you're gearing the video towards, and again, how to be able to contact you as a default. Okay? Save it if you modify anything. Under advanced settings, what category of videos do you typically upload? Educational, entertainment, film, animation, gaming, music, news, and politics. Chances are it's all going to be about education because you're educating the public about business. Okay? From here, that's pretty much it. Once you're done, now we're ready to upload a video.
What's the tags for the basic information
Oh.
for upload defaults?
Which one?
For the where it's upload defaults and basic information.
Yeah, let me get back there. Nope. Gosh darn it. Wrong thing. Right under the description, yes. That's what I forgot to go down and talk about. So under the settings, upload defaults. You also have tag words here.
Same.
Now, the tag words are also for how people are to find the video. Now, here you are going to have a limit of about 500 words in total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat some of my channel keywords, like my name, some of the misspelling, real estate, realtor, California, Orange County, Riverside County, whatever. I'm going to put some of that in, but I'm going to leave enough room to put in descriptor of words for the actual video to be found. So these are all free words that you don't have to pay for. Like Google AdWords, you have to pay like $500 for the word the. Right? So anytime somebody writes the in a search engine, your link or your video could be referenced. Here, I'm adding in descriptor tag words. So if somebody writes in, I want to look for videos for technology, my video is probably going to be pulled. Yes.
So since we're such disability, do you really want to, what are the options are in there?
What?
Disability?
Oh, here's my upload default. Who am I advertising the videos to? Am I advertising it to the public? Or make it unlisted so no one finds it? Unless they're a subscriber.
What is it like for private?
Because any video I upload, maybe I only want to share a private link to that one person to give them permission to view that video.
Through YouTube?
Through YouTube. But do I want that for every video?
No.
Yeah, for every video, it's going to be public. I can always change it manually for that particular video.
I was just curious.
Yeah. So for visibility, who gets to see the videos? For the upload defaults, I'm going to always have public. And of course, I'm going to have some generic tag words that I don't have to keep writing over and over and over again. Like, I don't want to have to retype my name. I don't want to have to type in Orange County. I don't want to have to type in California. I don't want to have to type in real estate. It's automatically there. Or it will be. All right. Now, once I'm done with this, I am now ready to upload a video. So, how hard do you think it might be to upload a video? Very, very hard, right? Let me show you how hard it is. I'm going to come over here to where it says create. I'm going to click on it. Now, I will say that in the past 2 weeks, they've added in a bunch of other fun stuff, which, by the way, they've added in a podcast platform. Did you know that?
What is it?
Podcast is I can make a podcast. Basically a television show from YouTube through video or audio. So not only can I go live like Facebook Live, but I'm on YouTube. I can now create a new podcast on my YouTube.
That has to be live?
Yeah,
Can I record it?
I can.
Oh,
But if I'm entertaining a live audience, which some people will do, interaction. But I will say, didn't know about that until I got back here yesterday from vacation. So prior to vacation, this option was not there, which has only been a week.
Oh, it says go live.
Go Live has been around for as long or a year longer than Facebook Live. The podcast, however, that's new. But here, what we're going to do is upload a video. So once you make a video,
Can
yes,
I create a post? Is that a post for YouTube or a post?
this is all on YouTube. We're uploading a video to YouTube for the YouTubeites to find. Stick with me. I make a video. I record it in front of the computer, the camera, phone. I use a video editor. I do some tweaks to it. I've got what they call MP4 file, the actual hard video file. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it to YouTube. Okay. How we upload it? Click upload. Now I can select the file, or I can browse for it, or if I know where it's at, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on my computer. I'm going to find that video. So in this case, maybe I'm going to go to my documents. I'm going to go and find a video. Say Zoom. Find one of my Zoom classes. Oh, let's go and grab one. Nope. This is all the first class. How to upload a video. Right? Really easy. There's my video. Right there in my folder that I put together. All I'm going to do now, click, hold it, drag it, place it. Once I do that, you see here that the video is now being uploaded. Now what do I need to do? I need to title it. So you notice here we've got some default information. Why? That all came from our settings, yes? So Tech Tony presents how to buy a home in 5 easy steps. Right? Here in my description, I've got most of my information here, but guess what? I'm now going to write some of the descriptors. Here are the 5 easy steps to buy a home. Maybe I'll list it out. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Great way of the first-time home buyers to prep themselves to buy a property. Things like that. Anything that we write in our description are also Google searchable. So Google looks for the written word. By the way, in the video, I want to say those keywords and phrases. Why? Google also listens through its SEO optimization for the spoken word. So if I say 5 easy steps and someone says easy steps to buy a home, my video is going to not only be elevated higher, but higher because I've mentioned it in the video.
So the title you have to mention. Is it one time okay or you have to mention?
No, one time is fine. Right? I write my description about the video a little bit. Maybe I tweak a little bit of information. Down below there, is it made for kids? Yes or no? If I say no, it's going to ask me, is it age restricted to be over the age of 18 or not? In this case, you know what? Kids can watch this. Nothing bad. No bad language. Okay. Down below here. Oh, where is it? Oh, did they get rid of it? Under show more, our tag words. We notice here that we've got the basic tag words from our upload defaults, but now what do I need to do? I need to add in the other tag words to help with SEO. So, 5 easy ways to buy a home.
That extra addition is for that specific video?
Yes, right? And of course, I'm going to add in other fun things of, geez, besides 5 easy ways would be something else that somebody might write in a search. What? Buying home.
Now, is there any problem with like that?
I have 500 words that I can use. So if I write one big tag word that takes up all 500, that's it. Right? Type it in, tab, click, type, tab. I would say, play with your title a little bit, right? Home buying, easy home buying, 5 easy ways of home buying, right? Things like that. That way, if somebody goes in and they type in any part of those words or phrases, my video is going to be elevated to the top of the list. Yes.
Can you edit a video within?
Very limited, but yes. They do have they used to have a very easy video editor.
Do you recommend to like create or recreate a video or modify a video before?
It depends on the video. I would say if you're reading off of a script like giving information about like the market update, then yes, you want to use a video editor of some sort because you're going to say ums, ahs. You're going to stop yourself in mid-thought. You don't want people to necessarily see that. Now, if you're out in the car and you want to say, geez, I just got done showing a home here in the Woodland Hills. And by the way, what are some of the key challenges of buying a home here in the Woodland Hills? Then you're not going to edit that. As a matter of fact, you're probably going to do a YouTube or even a Facebook Live and do that raw footage, right? Now, do I recommend you all driving while doing that? The answer is no. But I will recommend that you do less video edits you do, the more interesting hits you're going to get. Okay. Now, once you're done with this, we now go next. We can add in subtitles. There are ways of doing that. If you're doing a Zoom, do captions because then it will actually create a separate file to allow you to synchronize immediately. Subtitle. Great. Why? Somebody's in an office environment. They can't listen to you. They turn on the subtitles with it muted. And now read everything you're saying. So if you're doing a Zoom, turn on your captions. Okay. Now we have visibility. Next. Yes. Huh? You could, but then you have to upload them. So if you have a file that's done it in languages, which guess what? AI would allow you to transcribe in a language. You just got to make sure that you speak that language so that you can double check. Because sometimes when you're using automatic translators like Google Translate or something like that, it may reword some of the words and phrases to try to be appropriate book-wise or text-wise. Now, unless you're Chinese or you're Spanish or Tagalog or whatever, sure, you can just do a audio file in English.
Any specific length of time for a video?
Depends on the video, which we'll discuss in 5 minutes. By the way, under the visibility, do I want this video to be seen by the public or unlisted, meaning that only my subscribers can see it and find it, or it can only be seen privately, meaning that I have to now click on share and type in that person's email address to share this video. Great if you're doing a personalized video to a client. Yes, because now there's also another one here called schedule. Now I love the schedule. So you're going on vacation. And one of the things that we recommend about consistency, right? You need to have, maybe you're consistently doing videos once a week, but you're going on vacation for a month. Can you do a video once a week if you're on vacation for a month? Probably not. So
For
I can do 4, upload them, but this time I'm going to schedule when those videos are to be released, at what date, at what time. So, you know what? Today's a great video day. I've done 6 videos. I'm going to upload them all to YouTube, but now I'm just going to bleed them out every week. Now it gives me time to focus on other things, other type of content to think about creating, this, that, and the other. Now, at this point, whatever you choose, click on publish. At that point, here's your link that you can now share, email, do whatever you need to. And because it's on YouTube, it's out there for the world to see.
So every single video that you publish
We'll have its own link.
a single.
Yep. Great when I do my listing presentation electronically, because I can now take this link and embed it into a slide called client testimonials, which now that video will be available. I'll also upload the hard video into my listing presentation slide, so I'm not internet dependent. And of course, I'm going to paraphrase what the video said. So if it's a client testimonial, you're a great person. Thank you very much for helping me and my family buy our home for the very first time. I'm going to write that in quotes. I'm going to have a video link available, and I'm going to have a hard video MP4 file right next to it. So that way, if I'm at this young lady's house and I've got no internet access, my listing presentation can still play the video without having to have it in the file. But when I email it to her, she can then just click on the link and access my YouTube channel that shows this video plus every other video I've got. So we've got a strategy on how this stuff is to be done. Okay. All right. I know I've talked at you all for forever. Are there any questions? Yes. 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 That helps secure my account.
When you did that, I couldn't do this successfully. When I did text the message,
Did it verify what phone number it was text messaging
yeah,
to?
tell my phone number, I have never received the text. Then those 2 others, they just have to do it.
Security requires a little box we email to you.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't want that. So you want that.
Yeah, but I did that.
I don't know. You say never to put in your password. So wait a minute. Please re-enter your password. So put in your password and this up. Yes, ma'am.
Tony, how does he remove the Chinese food, on
The what?
there's a Chinese food restaurant here, that's not about it. I don't know if
Is this your Facebook?
it's just a page.
Yeah, if you're crazy, there you go. Edit there. Edit there and then save it. And then we'll update that little byline.
Oh, that's for.
Yeah, byline. Yeah. All right, are there any other questions, Joe? Yes, sir.
Can you have more than one YouTube channel?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I recommend that you do 2. One that's your branded. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to create two, one for MLS and one not for MLS. One of the MLS requirements is that you have no branding at all in any portion of the video. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your channel. And then from there, you're going to come up to the, is it switch account? When you click on switch an account, there's a choice that says add an account. So you're basically creating a secondary channel. What I would do is I would create a non-branded channel and not do any advertising on it. So no picture of you, no picture of your company. Videos are going to be unlisted. And you're going to make the channel unlisted. Right? So you're not going to set it up like you would a branded channel. So now what happens is when I make a virtual tour of a property, right? I make still shots, I do the video editor, front, back, Great music. Hey, welcome to 123 Main Street, da, da, da. Right? It's got no branding in it. I can then switch to my unbranded channel, upload that MLS friendly video to get a link that I can then input into the MLS as an unbranded video.
But
Yes.
How about if you do something else, let's say,
I'm
own a
not going to use
restaurant
the,
and whatnot.
if you want to make another, you like your Facebook pages, you can create as many channels as you want. So if you want to create a channel on fine dining in Orange County, you can do that.
But then, it will be associated somehow, right?
Well, it's associated to your one Gmail account.
Right. But people can, I mean,
Depends. Do you make the channel available to the public for people to find? Or do you make it unlisted so no one else can find it?
of course, people like, I mean,
So it just depends on what energy you're putting into that channel. I would typically put in your real estate channel more energy than anything else. Right?
Can you be on the unlisted?
Yeah. Well, you can't put your information on there.
Yeah.
Because you want it.
You can
MLS
put your
friendly.
image like yourself.
Yeah,
like-
no, because
Yeah.
when
Part
that
of
video is
branding.
looked at by MLS and it's redirected to I see a picture of you. That's a no-no per MLS rules.
Oh, okay.
That's why I don't upload an image. I don't put a name to it. It just is unlisted. Okay. Any other questions? Are you all here for the 3 o'clock as well? Is it 3 o'clock, Elsie?
Yeah. 302.
All right, good. Want to take a quick break, stand up, shake out the cobwebs, come back to me? All right. At least 5 minutes. At least.